Hey folks, welcome back to Ben Ventures. And today I'm planning on doing a hike up to Diez Vistas, and that's near a lake called Bunsen Lake here in British Columbia. But before I do that, I want to go over a product that was sent to me from Revoray. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but they're sunglasses, primarily used for biking. So they sent me these sunglasses I want to test out. I'm actually going to test them out on my hike today, not my bike ride, but I plan on doing a bike ride in the next few days, and I'll try them out there as well. But they're designed crystal clear vision, XPatina-Tech HD photochromatic, and high contrast lens, impact resistance, 100% UV 400 protection, and it's got a featherlight frame. So the model that I asked for was the Brisk Y1 cycling glasses, which is in green. So let's open this up and check out, see what they look like. All right. Let's check these out here. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Nice little hard shell carrying case. Nice. Revoray. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Revoray. It's got a clip where you can connect to your backpack. It's actually really light. There's a few stickers here. I'm not sure what these are. Extra frame. All right. Ooh. Nice. Look at that. These are surprisingly light. Let's try them on. Oh yeah. These fit nice and comfortably around my face. Wow. Quite nice. Cue the slow motion. All right, so I'm going to put the link to this product in the description for you guys to check out. Let's get into the hiking video. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's 17 degrees Celsius, and I'm off to hit the trails. I'm going to the Diez Vistas again. I think we're probably just going to get to maybe the second or third vista. But this time I want to show you kind of the whole trail. So I'm going to try and record from start to finish and maybe kind of speed it up so you can see it at the end of this video. So it's a really nice trail. It's pretty steep to get to the top, but it's a really nice trail. You should definitely put it on your list. So let's hit the road and let's hit the trails. So I went to a store called Atmosphere yesterday. I think they're closing down, and they have clearance sales like crazy. Like the store is completely empty, but I got this tent here, which is a McKinley 3-person tent, and it's normally close to $300, $289. I got it for $80. So I was gonna buy more stuff, but I didn't have time. But I mean, it's not like I don't have enough tents, but yeah, it's not the greatest tent for like all season or anything. It's just kind of really for summer. But $80 for a tent, you can't really beat that. So because the summer's just around the bend here, I want to talk in this video about one spot in particular that you should go visit if you're on vacation visiting British Columbia. And we'll talk about that throughout the trail as I hike the Diez Vistas, but it's called Hell's Gate. And I'm just gonna sort of show one of my previous videos where I went to go visit there. Yeah, it's such a cool spot. There's like a tram that goes over the river. It's incredible, but we'll check out the video shortly. All right, made it to the trails. Just waiting for my friends to get here as well. And it got cloudy. It was sunny earlier today, and now it's cloudy. So, I mean, I checked the weather report and it shows that it's supposed to be somewhat sunny, so I think we'll be okay. The majority of the way is covered by trees, if not pretty much all the way for this trail. So it should be just fine if it gets really hot. I brought some electrolytes with me as well. One thing I did forget, as usual, is my bear spray. I did forget to bring that, but I know my two friends that are coming will definitely bring theirs, so we should be okay. All right, we have hit the trails, and it's not very busy yet actually still. It's still pretty decent, so we're just hitting the first start of the trail. So yeah, I was talking about Hell's Gate earlier, and Hell's Gate is a really cool spot if you're visiting British Columbia. It's got a really cool tram, and there's connections to a guy named Simon Fraser. And so once you cross over the river with the tram, there's a cool spot where you can, you know, gold pan. There's a restaurant. There's a museum portion. And it's just a neat spot for you to go with your family. I grew up in British Columbia and I hadn't been until I was an adult. So let's check out the video and I'll show you guys how cool it is. British Columbia is home to some of the most jaw-dropping natural wonders in Canada. But if you're looking for a summer adventure that mixes history, nature, thrills, and a dash of mystery, then let me introduce you to a place you must check out, Hell's Gate Museum in the heart of the Fraser Canyon. Hell's Gate isn't just a cool name. It's a legendary stretch of the Fraser River where the water narrows so dramatically, millions of liters of water rush through this small gorge every second. It was once considered impassable. Earlier explorers feared it, and the indigenous peoples have told stories about this powerful place for generations. Today you don't have to brave the rapids like the early settlers. Instead, you can take the Hell's Gate Air Tram, one of the steepest, fully suspended trams in North America. The view? Absolutely unforgettable. You'll glide across roaring waters that have carved their way through solid granite for centuries. And when you land on the other end, step into the Hell's Gate Museum where the past comes to life. Learn about the Gold Rush era, the construction of the Canadian Pacific Railway, and the engineering marvels that tamed these wild waters. It's like a time machine, with air conditioning. Oh, and did I mention fudge? Yep, homemade fudge, epic photo ops, and a charming cafe right next to the thundering rapids. It's the perfect combo of excitement and relaxation. Whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or just someone looking for a unique summer road trip spot, Hell's Gate has something for everyone. And the drive up? It's a beautiful journey in itself through winding canyon roads and lush forests. So this summer, skip the usual and step into a place where history meets adventure. Visit Hell's Gate Museum and trust me, you'll leave with stories, selfies, and probably a bag of fudge. Whew. Definitely hit the steep part of this hike. Just talking to the camera. Heart's beating out of the chest. I think we're almost at the top though. So we're just trucking along. All right. Oh, made it to the first lookout point. Check out that view. Whew. Nice. All right, made it to the top. Whew. I am definitely out of shape. My heart is just boom, boom, boom out of my chest. It's pretty steep at the end part there. But yeah, we're on the top. So let's keep trucking along. The bugs are ferocious right now. Every time you stop, they just surround you. Hi, hello. Sorry. What's her name? Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
We have a contract to sign.
Hi, Lucy. Have a good day.
You too.
So you can actually do a full loop of the Diez Vistas, 10 vistas. I'm told some of the lookout points past this one we're about to hit aren't as good. There's a lot of overgrowth, can't really get great views, so I usually just stop at this one because wait till you see how amazing the views are. That's Jug Island down there.
Just don't fall in.
That's through Balcarra that you can go around. Oh, nice. Alright. I'm still continuing to wear these glasses that were sent to me by Revoray. And yeah, everything, like the trail is so much brighter. I can see a lot more roots. And they're pretty lightweight, I like them. Seems like overkill a little bit for this little hiking expedition, but so far really quite comfortable. And usually when I'm wearing sunglasses and I'm hiking and I'm sweating a lot, I find that they get fogged up and they get steamy. But these ones seem to be okay. They're not fogging up at all for me. So yeah, everything's so bright on the trail. It's awesome. And so we're just heading back from that amazing viewpoint back to the vehicle. And yeah, it's such a nice spot. So that lookout point, what we were looking at there, was called Indian Arm. And if you go to the right, there's places that you can visit. There's a set of waterfalls, and there's something called Twin Islands, and you can camp there. Apparently there is bathrooms, and it's a nice little campsite. It's only accessible by boat. So if you have a canoe, you can canoe out there, kayak, or a motorboat. But what I've been told too is if you are canoeing that direction, you have to get your timing right because the wind can get pretty serious on your way back. And so a friend of mine was trying to canoe back, and he really had to leg it because of the wind, and it was like to the point where it was concerning. So but yeah, there's like a campground there, there's a resort and a set of waterfalls that you can go check out. It's always been on my list, but I think I'd maybe want to have a motor of sorts if I'm going to go up that direction. Whew, made it back to the car. That is a nice little hike. But anyway, I want to show you guys the entire trail. I think up to, is it the first vista out of 10? So here's just a quick sort of speed up of what that trail looks like.